The IHG Premier is one of my newest hotel credit cards. It definitely doesn't get the attention it deserves as one of the best hotel keeper cards. It has some special features that make it a really powerful card for points redemptions, and I'll be talking about the brand new welcome bonus that just came out on the card. I personally hold the business version of the IHG Premier, and my wife actually holds the personal version of the IHG Premier. Both are great cards, and they're pretty much the same. I currently hold most of the main hotel keeper cards, like the World of Hyatt card and the Marriott Boundless, so I'm speaking from experience when I compare this to other credit cards. Compared to the rest, I personally think the IHG Premier's perks outshine the others. Since I've already done reviews on these cards, I've decided to make this a series of videos with more hotel keeper card videos coming out very soon. So without further ado, let's dive right into all the features and benefits of the IHG Premier, as well as some of its downsides. And if you do find value from this video, please hit that like button. Starting off with some of the downsides of the card, first up is that the card has a $99 annual fee. And that means we'll need to do a little bit of work to justify holding this card. Another downside to the IHG Premier is that the value of IHG points, which is what the Premier earns, is around 0.5 cents per point. This doesn't immediately make it a bad card, as you'll see that this card earns a lot of IHG points. But 40,000 IHG points is worth significantly less than 40,000 Hyatt points, for example. And that's something you'll just need to take into consideration when earning IHG points through this card. So that's it as far as the main downsides on this card. And I think you'll find that the benefits I'm about to show you far outweigh these downsides. So first up is the welcome bonus on the IHG Premier. The previous welcome bonus was 140,000 IHG points after spending $3,000 on the card in the first 3 months. But it also came with $100 in statement credits for purchases at IHG hotels and resorts. The new welcome bonus is here, and I actually don't love it as much as I did the previous welcome bonus, but it could still be pretty good for a lot of people. So the brand new welcome bonus on the card is 140,000 IHG points after $3,000 of spend in the first 3 months. The only difference is that there's no longer a $100 statement credit like there was before, but otherwise it's still a pretty good bonus, and I would value those 140,000 points at around $700 in value. By the way, if you're interested in applying for the IHG Premier, I do have links down in the description. Those are my referral links, and if you do use those really help me out and really make it possible to run this channel. Next up, as far as perks on the card, you're going to get a free night every anniversary year for holding this card, worth up to 40,000 IHG points. However, this certificate can be topped off with more points. For example, if you were looking to book a night that costs 50,000 IHG points, you can use this certificate to cover 40,000 points and then use 10,000 IHG points to cover the rest. Here are a few examples of places you could use this certificate for a pretty good value. One is the Venetian or the Palazzo in Las Vegas. I found a couple of nights for 27,000 points per night in December, and the cash prices for those rooms would be around $195 per night. Another example is this property in San Diego, and there's this property in Orlando, which could also give you a pretty good redemption. Overall, I'd say that the free night certificate on this card is really solid, and it's going to be pretty easy to find a place that will give you around $200 in value, but you could definitely find places that give you more. Later in this video, I'll show you a perk that will get you even more value for your points redemptions. So be sure to stick around for that. I'd say that this free night certificate offsets the annual fee very well, and you'll get a lot more value by holding this card if you use that free night certificate. Looking at the earning categories on the card earns 10 points per dollar on IHG spending. But if you combine it with the 10 points per dollar you earn for being a member, as well as the additional 6 points per dollar for the status you get with this card, you'll be earning 26 points per dollar on IHG properties. The card also earns 5x on hotels, travel, gas, and restaurants, and 3x on everything else. As far as credits on the card, you're going to get a $100 credit towards either Global Entry, TSA PreCheck, or Nexus, which is a great way to get through airport lines quickly. It also comes with a $50 United Travel Bank credit every year, but looking closer at the terms, it's honestly not as exciting as you might think, because you're going to get just $25 in January that expires in 6 months, and then the other $25 in July that also expires within 6 months. So if you fly United once every 6 months, then great, you'll have $25 towards United Travel Bank, but it's not like you can just take $50 from this card, stash it away in Travel Bank, and keep it for the next few years. Now, with everything I've shown you on the card so far, it's already a pretty solid card, but the perks that I'm about to show you I think make the card even more interesting. Our first perk is that you get a $100 statement credit or 10,000 IHG points every year you spend $20,000 on the card. So that's great if you're a high spender using this card, but I think for the majority of people, that's not the perk that we're going to get excited about. The perk that I think is really awesome and is really the superpower of this card is that for every 3 nights you redeem with points on this card, you're going to get a 4th night free. The way this works is that if you have a 4-night hotel stay that you'd like to book, as long as you pay for 3 nights using points, the 4th night will be completely free. A lot of people ask how often you can do this, And the answer is that you can do this an unlimited number of times, but it does have to be at least a 4-night consecutive stay. To show you an example, say we were trying to book this Orlando property in October. The property is 16,000 points per night on average, but if we use the 4th night free option, then those 4 nights on average are going to cost just 12,000 points per night. And if we look at the bill, we'll see that the first 3 nights are paid with points and the 4th night is free. So you could use this to strategize and make sure that the most expensive night is the 4th night, because that's the night you'll get for free. Another great perk that comes with this card is that you're going to get IHG Platinum status. And for a card with just a $99 annual fee, the status is actually pretty good. Some of the perks that come with Platinum status is that you're going to earn points 60% faster. Your points don't expire. You'll get reward night promotional discounts, which means some points redemptions are actually cheaper because you have platinum status. You get complimentary room upgrades subject to availability, a welcome amenity at check-in, as well as early check-in subject to availability. You can also use this card to reach IHG Diamond status, but you will need to spend $40,000 on this card in a calendar year. Diamond is IHG's top tier status, and that comes with a 100% points earning boost, an exclusive Hertz Gold 5-star upgrade, as well as dedicated Diamond support. Now, since we're towards the end of the video and you're still watching, I wanted to give you one of the best perks last, and this is kind of a lesser known strategy when it comes to IHG hotels in general. But holding this card makes this already awesome strategy even a little better. And it turns out that this might be one of the best ways to stay at IHG hotels, and that is that with this card, you can save 20% when purchasing points. When people ask about purchasing hotel or airline points, my answer is pretty much always no. It's almost never a good deal to purchase points. However, when it comes to IHG, there are some circumstances that can make it great or even fantastic to purchase points. And if you're ever paying cash prices for IHG hotels, which are almost always usually a pretty good deal, even cash-wise, then this is going to be the best way to spend your money for those hotel nights. So IHG pretty typically has a sale on their points for 80 to 100% off. Normally you can buy 50,000 IHG points for $500, and that's a pretty expensive value of 1 cent per point, especially since I would personally value IHG points at about 0.5 cents per point. However, if you were to spend $500 on IHG points when they're on a 100% sale, you could get 100,000 IHG points. Plus the 20% off you get when using this card will mean that 100,000 IHG points only cost $400, which is an incredible value of 0.4 cents per point. Now, in a lot of the examples I previously showed you in this video, you can find properties for 0.7 cents per point. And so you could be purchasing points for 0.4 cents per point while redeeming them for a value of 0.7 cents per point. And that means you're nearly doubling the value you purchased them for. So if you're ever looking at spending cash at an IHG hotel, make sure you check if there's a point sale, and it might be cheaper to simply use your cash to buy the points to cover the room rather than paying cash for the room directly. And saving 20% on points with this card makes an already pretty awesome strategy even better. So I definitely think the IHG Premier is one of the best hotel keeper cards. And if you'd like to learn more about all of the hotel keeper cards, be sure to subscribe and watch out for a future video I have coming where I compare all of the main hotel keeper cards. But what do you guys think of the IHG Premier? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.